Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And what we got to do today is we got to find a flip car somewhere in here. So one of the things I've done just in the past is just kind of buy and sell cars, mainly a hobby, something fun to do and kind of waste the time, but a good way to make a little bit extra money too. So the place I like to go is Peak Auto Auctions. I used to go to Pacific, but then they kind of closed down their automotive auctions to concentrate solely on estate sales. So now I've been kind of going to Peak, and they do have auctions in California, Nevada, Colorado, Oklahoma, Texas, whatever this place is, Florida. So if they're in their state, check them out. Where is this? Arkansas. I was going to say Missouri, but oh well. Oh, geography, not the best class for me. So anyway, Colorado, here we go. And they have a number of them. So in Colorado, they usually have about 4 or 5 auctions at one time going through there. So I don't know why we got this, but so click on Colorado. Should take us to Colorado auctions. Here we are. This one just ended tonight, but they do have several other ones. This one up in Brighton is pretty decent, but they have a lot of shitty cars. Arvada is even worse. Colorado Springs is damn near even worse than that, if that's believable. 30 South Tejon Street has some decent cars. I've never actually been to this lot, but they do have some in there. I kind of viewed through this earlier and I didn't see really anything I liked. So the one that I've actually had the most success with, ironically, it's the closest to me. It's near Parker. It's actually next to my work, not that far away. It's next to... actually, Dove Valley, where the Broncos practice. So here, Inglewood, Colorado, Adams Aircraft Circle, right next to the airport there is the one that I've gone to and I've had some success with. So looking through here, what we're looking for is I try to keep to, the American brands, basically just Ford or Chevrolet. Or a GM product, whether it's Cadillac, GMC, etc. And I stay away from the Japanese cars. And from the auction, I really don't do too many high-end cars in here, although there can be a good deal like on a BMW, Jaguar, something like that in here. But you just got to be kind of careful, especially on an auction like this, because I think the one here is, I did buy an Escalade from here about a year ago, which I think was a drug car. Ironically, the Arapahoe Sheriff's Office is down the street too, and that car was held in their impound, and then for whatever reason it was auctioned off here, and I picked that up from here for about $7,000. Sunk a little money into it, sold it for 13 almost, so that ended up pretty well. So looking at some of these cars, they'll tell you if there's keys they run and drive. So for instance, like this Acura, this was on a previous auction. It does say it does have a key, run, and it does drive. But it does have 250,000 miles. It does have some like rear quarter damage. I actually went and looked at this. The car was actually decent, just a ton of mileage on it. And even though Acuras go quite a bit, more than something I'd look forward to reselling. The body damage is kind of a turn off too. I don't do body work, so I try, unless it's like replacing a bumper or something like that, easy. But I'm not pulling out dents or anything like that. And it's hard to kind of find the same color car, even though there are a number of U-pulls around here. If you can find that, actually, before the auction starts, and I've done this in the past, I've located cars with the right color code to be able to bid on a car, and then I'm usually willing to pay a little bit more because I know I can replace bumpers, or there's the same colored car in a either U-pull or U-pull and pay, Littleton U-pull. So I'll kind of save the hassle. I did kind of scroll through here and look, and like I said, comment below if you see anything that you want to check out, because the viewing is this Friday, so are going to hit the viewing time Friday. But the one I looked at after looking through all these, and you'll see it right here, winning bid of $525 so far. Obviously, that's not going to stick. It's a 2004 Ford Explorer, and the reason I was attracted to this is, yes, it runs, it drives, it does have a key. Sometimes they give you a little information as far as mileage and stuff, but we'll go check that out on Friday when we go look at this. But I think this is a good flip vehicle for me. So it looks like it's very well kept. The lights aren't fogged over. The rims look in decent shape. It looks like it's got pretty new tires on it as well. So that's kind of a funny indicator there. And then the next thing I noticed as we scroll through pictures here is I see a Burt sticker on here. They're a pretty good dealership here in Colorado. And this is also the V8 version, so the 4.6, which is a pretty decent motor in the Fords, it seems like. So just kind of scrolling through here, there's no body damage. Doesn't look like there's, like these are always broke, and it doesn't appear like this one is. I kind of look, and it looks like there's some lines here that might be cracks, but I think those are actually the light poles in the back. So I don't think those are anything to worry about. So I kind of looked at them, and then you kind of go over to this view, and you can kind of see where the pole hits the ground here. So I think these are just reflections of the light poles in the back for the tow yard. But the tires look great. The body looks in really good shape. It's from a legitimate dealer that doesn't look that old. So this could be a repossession, which might be decent because it does have keys, which maybe the bank had a set of keys. But the inside looks decent so far just from this picture. So we'll have to go look at this on Friday. But I think this one might be a good deal. And it's the only one I can see in that auction that really looks like something worthwhile. So under the hood, nothing special, just 4.6 single overhead cam, Valuecraft battery. I don't know if that's any good or not, and we can check, pop the air filter, see if that's been serviced, anything like that, to see how much we might have to sink into this and profit it out. We also got to do some research on Craigslist just to see how this is going forward, but we'll do that once we kind of confirm mileage. So looking through anything else in this auction, I really didn't see too much else. Some of these pickups aren't four-wheel drive. This Dodge Dakota looks pretty decent, does run and drive. Mako paint job, man, that thing would shine, fix the bumper a little bit. The only thing wrong with this, besides needing a good cleaning under the hood, is it's a manual. Even though the interior looks like in decent shape, that manual is going to turn away a lot of buyers. So unfortunately, that one's probably out on that end too. So let's look through here. I know this truck is two-wheel drive. Same with this truck. I don't do Subarus, even though I know they're pretty popular here in Colorado and they tend to hold their value. That's just something I've never gotten into. Like I said, the four-door winning, so we'll keep that in there. The only other thing I saw that kind of intrigued me a little bit, and we'll see what happens here. And sometimes they do cut keys for these cars depending what it is. So I'm wondering if they're going to cut a key for this. So this is a 2011 Jaguar XF. Does not have keys, but one thing too, we may check this out on Friday, just see what it looks in decent shape. I mean, it looks like it's maybe garage kept. There doesn't look to be any body damage. The rims look good, the tires look good, the headlights look good. Looks like it was decently cared for, maybe. We'll try to see if we can get it popped up and get a mileage on the dash when we go view this on Friday. The only thing from the outside I can see is it looks like the door handle cover is missing, and then there's like a fender piece here that's missing. So if we go back to the other side, it looks like this piece is missing on the driver's side. But as long as there's no damage to the fender, which it doesn't look like there is, that can be all right. They have one shot of the interior. The interior looks in decent shape. I mean, we'll have to see, like this side bolster is usually the one that has the most wear on the driver's side. So we'll take a look, see what we got there maybe. In the back, they obviously put like a little dog mat back here to help keep dogs off the leather. So they cared enough to at least put that in. So who knows what this is? I mean, this could be a number of things. Could be a repossession. It could be a mechanic's lien. From a shop. Maybe they did some work to it, they didn't pay, and they auctioned it, sent it to the auction just to get wholesaled out, which people do that. I mean, there's private sales on these sometimes and stuff like that. And just to kind of show you, I know the one in, I think, Castle Rock here. So people do put their private vehicles on here, because I wanted to say there was a Mini Cooper somewhere. Even though that's all closed, and that might have been on another one. Maybe it was Colorado Springs here. Yeah, so this Mini Cooper. So this is a private sale. 82,000 miles on it. Runs great, blah, blah, blah. But it is a Mini Cooper. So $4,400 is what the bid's up to now, and it's a manual. So people do kind of send their own personal vehicles to Peak. I wouldn't recommend it, but you're better off getting that on Craigslist or probably Facebook Marketplace. But who knows? That could be an owner and employee's car, and they just want to try to get it on here. Probably have a reserve set on it too. So that is the other way that we try to make a little bit of profit to fund some of my builds, whether it's GTO stuff or it's trying to fund, the Raptor build that I have coming up. So trying to get that tricked out and done, get an exhaust on that, replace the seat heaters, some stuff like that. So we do have that stuff, just need to switch it out. But this helps us along the way. Plus, it's kind of cool to see. So, but we do have to make money. So looking through these cars, we got to look at stuff that makes sense for the market. We can't necessarily buy stuff we like. I'm not a huge Ford fan, but you know what? That Explorer, that I think that would be a decent deal. We'll see what shape it is on Friday when we go take a view and a look at it, just to confirm mileage, because that's going to have a big effect on price on this. If this thing has 80 to 120,000 miles, going to be much more profitable than something that's got 180,000 miles or something like that. And since it does have a Burt sticker on the back that looks pretty recent, I'm guessing it was probably sold by that dealership. And usually these guys don't have cars with super high mileage on their lot either. They're trying to sell new cars. They're not trying to sell, Ford Explorers for $4,000 that have 180,000 miles on them. So those are kind of some of the things that stuck out to me when I was looking at the car, but we'll go look at it on Friday. So if you like this content, you want to see more stuff as far as auctions and what we've done there, like, comment, subscribe right below. Let me know what you like to see, or let me know what you'd like to see this Friday on the walk too. So a number of cool things out here over in Inglewood. So we'll go take a little look mainly at this, but we will maybe take a little gander at that Jaguar, see if we can find mileage or anything on that. Because right now it's only $2,000. Obviously, probably gonna go up from there, even without a key. But we'll take a look, see what we can find. So, like, comment, subscribe, guys. We'll see you this Friday on the next one.